Hello world, and welcome back to another episode of Rate My Minecraft Play. I play Minecraft, you tell me how I'm doing it. You're going to rate my play in the comment section. Maybe you're going to tell me 1 through 10 or 5 stars or thumbs up. Maybe you give me a title like you're a redstoner, a builder, an architect, something along those lines. I'm excited for all the different ways you guys are going to come up with to rate my play. Last time I asked you guys to rate how I started a world. Today I'm going to start setting up some infrastructure. So I'm doing a little bit of inventory organization right now. See about making some tools. And I'm going to drop some of my valuables in a chest. Then we'll get going on, I think I'm going to plant some trees, get a farm going. And I want to get down to mining and give you guys some tips and tricks for that. So let's see here. I'm definitely going to need a stone hoe. However, my sticks are a little depleted, so first I'm going to make some sticks. Then I'll get on to building some tools. Now, as I'm planting trees and doing stuff like that in this video, I'm expecting I'll be doing some montages. I don't want to bore you guys too much with stuff that it's absolutely necessary, but it's highly repetitive actions. And I do want to record every moment of this channel. And you know what? I'm not going to do a stone axe. In fact, yeah, I'm going to do an iron axe, which means I need to smelt up some iron ore here. However, the furnace is surely still busy with that charcoal that I gave it earlier, so I think at this point, though, I'm going to montage putting some trees down. And I punched some grass as well for good measure, just to make sure that I can get enough grass seed. There's a lot of grass to punch down in this area here. I'm mowing my lawn. Alrighty, let's see here. We're going to get to a good farm area. There were bees over here, so I'm going to try and use those bees to my advantage. And this is a flat enough area for farming. And now we're going to make an infinite water source. And to set up an infinite water source, you will need a hole that's 3 blocks in length. I've already got that. They can be in a straight line. They can be at a right angle to each other. But there just needs to be 3 blocks there. And you will need 2 buckets of water. So I've placed my first, and now it's time to go get my second, which I'm going to do by going over to the village. I know that there is an infinite water source already set up at the village. So, let's see here. Don't like where that's put. I'm going to put it a little bit more over here. Give a little bit of space between the trees. All right, punch a little bit of grass on the way over. There's a lot of cows roaming around over here. They look like meat to me. So, a little steak. The ones that are inside the fences, I believe, are permanent fixtures. But these guys wandering around outside the fences, I think they just spawned. All right. You know, another thing that I probably should do today is make these villagers safe. I definitely want to use them later on. And now I have my second bucket of water. So it's time to go make my infinite water source in the middle of my new farmyard. Now, there are 3 different things that make farm crops grow faster. Oh, this is already done. So now we've got a lot more charcoal. Time to make some of this iron a reality. I'll need some of it definitely for more iron pickaxes if I'm going to get a lot of mining done. Okay, it's now time to start in on farming. And there are 3 things that make crops grow faster. The first is hydrating your fields. Another way is to use bees for pollination. And the third and final way is alternating crop rows. Nope, that's not how you use an infinite water source. Pull it from the middle and there it will refill. That's why it's an infinite water source. You will always get a new water source block. So what I'm doing right now is I'm working on setting up a hydrated field. I don't want all the water blocks to be in the same row. If they were in the same row, then I'd be cutting down the number of crops that I'd be getting from that row. So I'm spreading it around a little bit because water blocks will spread water up to 4 blocks horizontally from that source block, and I keep doing that. No, you have to pull from the middle for this infinite water source system to work. All right, so now we're going to start creating some crop rows. Well, maybe we need something in this corner. Okay. I'm getting them close to the bees right now because I'm going to start working on setting up the pollination. But some water over here as well. Yeah, that was not a good spot for that. That's okay. I can fix these little mistakes. I'll just grab some dirt, put it in my actual tray where I can use it, and we're going to grab up that water, replace the block of dirt. It doesn't really matter if it has grass texture on it or not because it is definitely going to be reset up. That's just not optimal. Okay, my first one wasn't optimal. Let's put it out around over here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that should cover that whole area. Fantastic. Okay, let's use this hoe. Let's start creating some rows. I'm going to leave myself a little place to drop down onto this level on that side because when you drop down onto crops, you could accidentally smash in your tilled land. That's what I'm doing is I'm tilling the soil. I'm right-clicking. I didn't know how to do that initially. When I first was playing the game, I had a hoe. I was like, I'm supposed to be using this. I'm sure I am, but I did not know how to actually till up the soil. I didn't know it was right-clicking. Well, it's right-clicking if you're playing on PC. If you're playing via like a phone or tablet or a game system, I'll use something else. But for PC, you have to right-click. All right. I am starting to get a little bit further away from the bees than I think I want to, but I'll get enough blocks there to put in some potatoes. All right, let's get the wheat going. Now, wheat's one of those resources you can use to make bread, and some people do that. I'm not a big bread user. I'll eat it if I kind of have to, but it doesn't work nearly as well as cooked meat, or for that matter, it really does not work as well as the golden carrots that I will adopt later on in the game. All right, we're kind of out of resources. I got a few more carrots here, but that's all we've got for planting crops. And you can see all these blocks are turning colors, which means that they are becoming hydrated. I'm going to pick up these flowers. I do not want the bees to try and pollinate over here. I want them to cross my field, pollinate with the flowers, and as they're coming back, they will drip. They'll drip little drops behind them, and it's supposed to be honey. But what it effectively does is helps the crops to grow faster. Oh, there's still one over here. So I'm going to put them on the far side so that they are induced to travel over my field, and that is the third way in which crops will grow faster. And a couple more. Great. Now I'm going to come up here and I'm going to start a sugarcane farm. So I'm going to set up another row of water. Sugarcane can only be planted along water edges. It can be flowing, it can be a solid block, but I think aesthetically it looks better if it is a solid water block. So I'm just going to go ahead and chop up a couple rows here. And I'm going to pick up that flower. All right. So I'm going to leave 2 blocks in between and then start setting up a row of a third. The reason is because on either bank of this trench that I'm digging, on either side of the bank, I can have sugarcane growing, which means I want to have 2 rows of sugarcane growing in between these 2 trenches. So, let's start my infinite water source over here. Now it'll allow me to fill in those trenches rather quickly and efficiently. Look at those bees go. Go, guys. Yay. Find my flowers. Okay, now I can grab the one in the middle. Jump 2 over. That creates an infinite water source block in between. And now I can just keep pulling up from a couple blocks away. And get the ends. Keeps doing that. I don't know why. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just not. There we go. Maybe I was just trying to be too quick about it. Trying to impress you guys, and in the meantime, I'm just messing it up. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's just call this performance anxiety, shall we? Okay, now it's time to plant some sugar cane. I don't have very much to start with, But what I do, I'll get going. I will chop it as quickly as I can. Fantastic. And I can plant this flower over here. Oops. Did not mean to do that. Come here, Mr. Carrot. Get back in there. Start growing. Okay. So these bees are going to travel across from their hive. They will pollinate with these flowers. All right. Now all my tilled earth there has some seeds or carrots or potatoes in it. So everything is growing there. I've got iron. Now I need to start achieving a very delicate balance here. So I am not going to mine up every single ore that I come across in my mine. I'm going to leave a lot of ore exposed and unpicked. The reason for that is because I want to get to a diamond hoe. I want to put fortune on that diamond hoe, and that will allow me to get a whole lot more ore for every block of ore that I mine. And that's just being efficient. However, I do need to make cauldrons. Cauldrons plus lava plus dripstone, build that into the correct structure and you can start generating your own lava. And that can be really useful for a lot of different reasons. You can make obsidian that way very quickly. You can use it as a fuel source. There's a lot of really good things, so it's an ideal strat. I've got a little bit of light left, so I'm going to do a little bit of lumberjacking. So I'm going to head over this way. But that is my plan, so I need to pick up enough iron in order to be able to do that. And I'm not going to fall down this ravine. No. Okay, there's a big tree right there. I think that's one of the trees that I actually planted. So I'm going to chop into it. I'm not going to be able to reach the top of this tree by just leaving the bottom piece alone. But guys, I'm still going to use it as a stepping stone because it's simply more efficient. So I think I'll montage this part too. And at the very last, I pick up my last little block there. All right, so that went pretty well. Pick up some of these seeds here. This is definitely a flower forest. We've got orange flowers here, and look up there. That was pretty on that hillside. But I want to get as much wood as possible before I head into my mine. That's why I even took the time to get this tree. Look at that, I'm almost in full iron. That was a fantastic find. If you guys are following along. Oh, got another little tree there that's sprouted up. So now that I've got trees, I've got crops, I've got sugarcane going, I'm going to start up some more charcoal, and in the morning light, I'm going to start doing a mine. I'm going to need as much wood as possible and as charcoal as possible. And yeah, this is a very good setup. Day 3 is coming to a close. I definitely want to be sleeping. I would set up torches around the farm. That would help them grow all the time with light sources nearby. But I want as much torches as possible. And look there, 2. 2's all I've got right now. That just ain't going to cut it. Grab a sheep real quick, cook it up on my campfire. But guys, I cannot tell you enough. You need to have torches. You need to have wood before you go into a mine. And gonna get some sleep here pretty quick, but cook up this as well. That'll give me some steak. All right, grab my bed, and we're gonna head down into the mines as soon as my food finishes cooking here. And while I'm waiting, yeah, I'll take pork chops too. Doesn't hurt. Come here, Porky. You're din-din. I have a chest, but just blocks of wood are just too useful to leave behind. All right, now I have all my cooked meat, so I've got food for my mining efforts. Now, I'm having a bit of a thought. I'm sleeping at night mostly to protect these villagers, but what if I what if I protected them right now? What if I made sure that they were safe? I remember seeing some fencing up here, which I don't believe had any critters in it, which isn't entirely unusual. All right, yes. Ha! Well, it does have someone trapped in it. I think he walked right down from the edge of the house and into his own fenced area. Now he's trapped. Okay, so I'm going to set him free. Guys, I'm going to use these fence posts to try and make these villagers safe. So let's see how this goes. Because I can always mine at night, especially if I go to that hilltop, which is pretty far away in the first place, and then start mining away. We're not going to endanger these guys at all with spawning anyway. So yeah, I'm going to finish picking up all these fence posts and gates. I can think of a use for the gates for my mine project, actually. So yeah, there we go. Now I need to go over to these bells, because right-clicking on a villager bell will make villagers who hear the bell want to try and go to their beds, to their houses. And then I can block them into their houses, and that will protect them. So let's see how this goes. All right, that wasn't too bad. I think I got them all. Might have missed one or two, but again, they're going to be very safe because I'm going to go up to the top of that mountain. Now, by this time, my charcoal should have finished cooking up, so I can make a lot of torches when I go down into my mine. So there we are. But it looks like I still need more wood, so I'll get this tree. All right, time for me to pick up these drops, head over to my boxes, my chests, and drop some things off. Make sure that I'm set up really well to begin a mining adventure and perhaps a caving adventure. We'll see what I run into. Okay, so I'm going to head up there, going to get pretty high. That'll allow me to increase my chances of finding coal. I could also get lucky, find some more iron. It does tend to generate a little bit more in more mountainous areas. Now, one thing that I'm kind of hoping to run across is a spawner. Spawners are great once you get them safe. You can generate a lot of XP using a spawner. So I am going to find a way up this mountain. It doesn't look like it's too hard. This looks like a good line to start up on. Alrighty. Good. Now with this much tree cover, it's possible for things to spawn. And I heard a pop, which means there's bees. Can I get around this way? Looks like there's a cave over there. But I'm not in for that. Let's see here. Make myself a little bit of a staircase. Where are we looking at? Okay. I'm gonna use these blocks to help myself a little bit. Yeah. Okay. This is gonna be my way in this way here. Almost. Okay. I can make that jump, but there we are. Okay. Now, this looks like a good area. I can light up this area and have a little alcove. I'm going to chop down this tree first. That'll get me a little bit more wood. I'm never opposed to having a little bit more wood when I go mining. You guys will see what I mean. If you're in there for a little while, you're going to be thankful You brought in plenty of wood and charcoal. Okay, I think I'm going to use this natural depression right here to start my mine. Now, it's not very grand, but this is going to be the entrance. This is just going to be where it's going to be. So I'm going to get through this dirt a little bit, and so I can start using my pickaxe to actually start the tunneling, and there we are. We're down to stone. Now I'm going to light up this area a little bit. I'm going to light it up there, going to light it around the edges, and now I've got not plenty of torches, but plenty of torches to light up this area. And that's important to me. When I'm coming out of my mines, I don't want to have to be dealing with mobs that have spawned, skeletons shooting me, creepers blowing up in my face, just because I came out and it had just turned daybreak and they had spawned in this area and were just sitting here waiting to ambush me. So if I'm coming up with a whole bunch of valuables, I don't want to be attacked right away. I'm going to go ahead and see. Cherry trees tend to give you a lot of saplings, which would be fantastic if it gave me some. I've already mentioned how that hill that's across the way over there, how it looks so barren. So I definitely want to have a little bit of color over there, and there's a sapling. They tend to give a whole lot more than that. I'm not sure why the game's being stingy. Okay, let's just get going with the mine. I've got one sapling at least. Now, I brought the... Oh, there's iron right off the bat. There's iron. I brought the fence gates so that I could block up the entrance, and there's coal. Wow. Okay. It's to either side as well, so I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm just going to keep going through this stone. But I did bring up the fence gates so that I have the ability to block up the path behind me. I don't want anything trying to attack me from the rear before I get far enough away from this spot to really be safe. Now that sound is the sound of a cave nearby, so that is something that I'm going to have to watch for, because I do want to go caving, but I don't want to accidentally fall into a cave. That could be a really quick and easy way to die in survival Minecraft, so I'm going to avoid doing that. Alrighty. As before, I'm chopping up a 4-high staircase, and there's gravel that I'm going to go around. And actually, there's some to the left here, so I'm going to show you guys how to deal with gravel. You place a torch at the bottom, and then mine out from underneath it, and as it just drops itself. Good. It does seem the gravel was heading more in that direction, so I got around it. I only had to do that once. Now also, traveling in this direction takes me away from the village, which is a good thing for them. If I miss any villagers, it means that they'll still be safe from attack from things that spawn at night. Let's montage this part. Oh, okay. We have reached a cave. All right, this is going to be interesting. Let me see what we're dealing with a little bit here. I am starting to get a little full on the inventory. I was getting really close to making it to the iron layer. And I ran into this. So there's a little bit of water underneath for sure. There's light sources. So I'm thinking glow lichen. I'm not thinking lava. Doesn't look bright enough for lava. Alrighty. Let's take a look over this way. Yeah, it's definitely got to be glow lichen. Alright. That is a proper cave. And we also have ourselves an aquifer down there. So, got to get down there as quickly as I can, but as carefully as I can. I don't want to get attacked just on my entrance into the area. Okay, I'm going to make sure I've got plenty of torches for this endeavor. Alright. Now this is exciting, but it's also definitely a little bit scary. I'm not geared up in full diamond like I like to be, so I've got to be very careful because there could be creepers, skeletons, zombies, spiders, you name it, we could find it. So I'm trying to find a good way down there. I'm also trying to see if this activity is attracting anything, but really they don't get attracted. Alright, until they see you. It's not like motion is attracting. Alright, looks like a safe landing area for right now. And if it ends up being too much of a problem, I will try and back out. And, alright, a little bit more iron there, but that's not really what I'm worried about right now. I'm trying to make sure I don't accidentally die. Okay. So far, so good. That area below me, light this up. Okay. Nothing is coming after me right away. I've got a little glow squid there. Okay, let's go ahead and start lighting this area up. Still have the option of running back, but that's about to go away. Okay, here we go. I'm going to try and make my way up to some higher ground so that if something does come at me, I will be able to fight it off. I'm watching carefully as I go. Just move quickly and then turn and find out. Okay, nothing chasing me so far. All right. Poised to get to my hatchet quickly. Alright, light up this area. This will be safe now. And see what's over the edge here. Alright, nothing's going to attack me from down there. Okay, sprint over here. The stalactites can make navigation a little bit trickier. So far I haven't run into anything at all, which is actually surprising. Okay, that's interesting. Listening, not hearing much of anything either. Okay, all right, let's head the other direction. Let's start lighting it up. Follow along this upper edge again. Being able to hit down on enemies, and there's our first customers. I see you guys. Hi, how's it going? And he just has a hard time getting to me. And he didn't drop much. And that guy accidentally got caught in the water. So I'm going to continue this way. And this is a little tunnel. Leads to a larger open area. Okay. All right. This seems fine. Get over here. Turn around. Oh, hello. Hi, buddy. How's it going? Hey, you stole my torch. And you didn't give it back. Jerk. Okay. All right. Let's see what's up here. Anything else? So far, no. Okay. Get up in this corner, light this up. Oh boy, there's more over here. Do not want to die today. Don't want to get creeper blown up. Alright. Get in this middle area here where I'm a little safer. I'm running low on torches. Put the remainder of the torches here. I'm telling you guys, Charcoal and wood. You need a lot of it. Alright. Doesn't appear to be anything after me, so let's light up this side of things. Apparently got far enough away from that one zombie that got in the water that he despawned. That's fine. Alright. I hear a bat. Batty bat, batty bat, batty batty bat. Alright. There he is. You won't hurt me. You don't turn into a vampire. Not in this game. Alright. Sprint across over here. Yeah, there's some exposed ores on the surface. And sprint back across. Okay, this is going pretty well for me. You gave me a jump scare there. I was not expecting you to be that close to me. Alrighty. Narrowing. Is this the back end of this room? Are we safe? Not quite. Okay, not quite. And that's fine. Now this way. There's more lapis, more iron. Finding plenty of stuff. Okay, this is, how far is this back? This does not go too far back, right? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Alright, well that really wasn't too bad. Not at all. Not for hard mode, especially. I think that was kind of easy. Not even a skeleton. Okay. No creepers, just a couple zombies to deal with. That wasn't too bad. Alright, we've got some dark areas here in the middle, so light them up. Oh, redstone. That's nice to see. Okay. Well, that's a cave that's lit up. I've only got 10 torches left from what I made up. And this will take me closer to diamond layer. So this is good for me. Let's see here. I think it's odd to have that retaining wall for the aquifer and the world generation, but it is what it is. All right, nothing down here to hurt me. Good, good. Okay, this looks like a good place to start setting up base, and I'm seeing some deep slate, which means we're getting close to the 0 layer. All right, fantastic. Lighting up a cave, that's how you get it done, boys and girls. I am through with that portion. So, yeah, let's go ahead and set up my base of operations. I'm definitely going to need more charcoal. All right, let's get a crafting table. And then I can make another furnace. Or 2, actually. Yeah, I'm going to do 2 furnaces, and that way I can start making charcoal. I can, later on, I can turn one of them into a blast furnace for handling ore smelting a little faster. So yeah, I think I definitely have the cobblestone to make 2 furnaces, so why not? Why not? Okay. Get a little bit more charcoal going. And I can make some sticks with the rosewood, but let's empty out the inventory a little bit here. Boy, that cave was really quite exciting for me while going through it, but it ended up not being too dangerous. And when I was saying you want to go fast, that is why. You don't want to allow enemies to spawn. And sometimes the game takes a little bit in order to create them, so you kind of want to blitz through it. So now I've got a second pickaxe here, which I'm definitely going to need because my pickaxe is definitely dying. See, my next step is to start getting down to the diamond level. I want to head in the direction that I was heading before I got down here into the cave, which I believe was this direction. I'm pretty sure. So if I start mining like this, I'll continue heading away from the village. So yeah, so definitely there's some deep slate because we're getting close to 0, Y level 0. And so I'm going to head in this direction. And you know what, guys? I'm actually having a bit of a thought. I'm missing something. Okay, let me plunk a torch there. I need a lot of iron so I can make those cauldrons I was talking about earlier. Now I'm not going to pick up all the ore that I see over here. I definitely want to wait till I have a fortune pickaxe, but I'll pick up a little bit of iron. I'm looking for those 8 blocks so that I can start smelting them up, and then we can start continuing down for the diamond layer. Alright, this looks good. There's 8. So that's a good starting point. I have a little bit more. I will need more, but right now let's get that smelting up. Well, I think that's been an excellent episode, so I will catch y'all on the flip side. And I want you guys to be safe out there, and good luck in your own worlds.